at this point in time, I believe that we're at a tipping point. And this tipping point is where now there are a lot of women and a lot of feminine core beings and a lot of men as well who are seeing the value in this feminine essence and how it can bring such harmony to our communities and our world. So, to talk about the difference of yin and yang, or feminine and masculine, we can talk about the difference between Shakti and Shiva energy. And so when we talk about sort of Shakti and yin and feminine, so these are all sort of things like the moon and water, flow, cool, slow, sensual, nighttime. Other like feminine essences would be, we've talked, like I said, sensual, didn't I? The body, everything as opposed to nothing, like every experience. Being as opposed to doing, like receiving. Whereas, like for example, we are built to receive, like anatomically, we are built to receive. And the masculine is built to like penetrate or provide. What else in terms of the yin and feminine? Like nurturing vibes, chaos and spontaneity, as opposed to like order and focus. Surrender. And the masculine version of that would be like control. What else can I share with you? When we looked at the masculine. So when we looked at the feminine in terms of, the moon and water and flow, the masculine is like sun and fire and like form and heat and daytime. And where the feminine is sensual, the masculine is mental. Where the feminine is body, the masculine is mind. Where the feminine is focused on like communing with nature, the masculine is about like conquering nature. The feminine is emotional, the masculine is rational. The feminine is about like community and like a cooperative type of vibe, really. And the masculine is more like competitive. The masculine is more like hard and angular. The feminine is soft and curvy. The masculine is very goal orientated and the feminine is more process orientated. So you can see how they're two very different opposing kind of essences, I could say. And we need both, and we need them both to be in harmony. I mean, not obviously like balanced throughout the day at every point in every day. And so that's why when we can focus on really seeking and experiencing and finding and cultivating that feminine essence, we can start to really harmonize that with our very predominant masculine ways of being that have been absolutely glorified and celebrated and valued in our society. Our society really values the masculine. Our society really values competition and achieving and doing and being fast and being productive, being on purpose, being focused, being under control. And when you've spent your whole life being conditioned to, that is what a good girl does, then that's what you strive to achieve. And in the meantime, you're neglecting that feminine essence, that feminine part of you, that feminine energy that will actually bring you more vitality and bring you more joy and bring you closer to your inner truth and your body. And your body is the thing that guides you. Your body is what brings you your intuition. Your body is what tells you where your boundaries lie. Your body is what tells you what your desires are. And what I mean by that is our body is, when we listen to our body, when we have a really strong connection with our body, there'll be things that we just know. It will be so easy to make decisions because we're like, I really feel like that. Rather than having to try and logically, from a masculine way of doing things, like plan out the pros and cons and the practicalities and being the rational one. And, it can feel really tough where it's like, if I just tune into my body, I know where it's guiding me. And so I